and welcome to your evening broadcast of the Byzantian Brews podcast with your host, Chaotic Jack, and Byzantia Dev. Sometimes we don't even know what planet we're on, but this week we are here to regale you with more homebrew news and something a little bit spacey. All this and more tonight on this episode of Byzantian Gear.
I think it's a Christmas to car this episode. Yeah, it's funny. For some reason, there's I don't think Jeremy Clarkson did it, but James May and Richard Hammond were doing a year ago, like they filmed like nostalgic stuff, like the films was going back to the old studio.
and
running the test course one last time.
Really
interesting stuff.
Aww.
But they still sort of do YouTube stuff together, which is quite nice.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I should try
roasting Richard Hammond roasting James May's pubs one. I haven't seen that one, but that's one thing good.
The only modern thing that I've seen from the old Top Gear crew is fucking James May's. I think I can do it. Cheese. Meme where he makes like a really nice cheese and pickle sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to this week?
Leave it to it. Let's see, what did I do? Friday, I saw Ted. Went down to Derby for the day.
Nice. I saw you picked up some awesome things.
Yes, I went bargain hunting and found. I hope it works. A copy of Warrior Within, because I've been meaning to play that since. Oh God, must have been like 15 since I played it.
I know you're talking about Prince of Persia, but my brain heard Wario Within. I was like, there's Wario.
Oh, make that game. Make that game. It's just Wario Within, but with Wario.
It's just Wario. Like, hello, I am the Prince of Persia. I'm going to grab the sands of time.
Yeah, I would. I would love Nintendo to do that. It'd be really stupid.
This is the best mod.
And almost untouched copy of the Second Edition High Elf Codex, which was just that's interesting.
Back when High Elves didn't have ridiculously sized hats.
They had silly sized hats. They weren't on ridiculous yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do miss the era of everything was primary colours with Warhammer. Because while the models weren't great, the lore was the best it's ever been. Because it had some depth.
Yes,
they would tell you all about all the provinces of this of the old world, and honestly, stuff you didn't need to see. There was stuff in there you didn't need. You know, actually, to sum it up, actually, how they used to do codexes. There's a battle report in there.
Oh wow!
There's a whole battle report, High Elves versus Goblins, and it's all right. Yeah. It's funny. All the actual business end of it is right in the back,
where it should be. It's all in one place.
It's arguably the most boring part of the book. Up until then, it's all like lore and special characters and paint guides and stuff. And it comes with those sheets of banners. So if you want the idea was you'd photocopy the sheet,
so you could make transfers.
So you'd make paper banners and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, paper banners, right? Yeah, this like pre-transfer era.
Yeah, it's a nice little capsule. And also got some dice and they're knocking about actually. A booster pack for the Gundam card game, which was
nice.
Which is a cool thing. They have a place called it's called the Mana Pool in Derby, which is quite good. I haven't thinking of editing it first, but I did a short video of the pack opening or how to go at it anyway. Now I don't know if the card's any good, but I got more Neo Xeon stuff, which nice. I like from it. It's because I'm thinking of going Xeon all the way. What did I get? They got some cool stuff. Main takeaway was got a few of the Gundams. I got the dual Gundam in there.
Nice.
just going through the actual rare ones rather than like the
Yeah.
usual bits. We did, but the best draw I think was I have got a bit of foil Gundam Death Scythe, which I quite
Nice.
like. It's one of the few areas I do actually know about in a way. The only annoying thing is I'm not playing Earth Federation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, although I have been reading my cards again and using the sleeves you gave me to look after these ones.
Nice.
And I found a way you can play it to make the deck really silly.
Hmm.
Like what I've been like joking around with because it's the Xeon Char deck. I've been joking that every time I lose a game, I'm just gonna switch to on Char's alternative personality for the next game.
Yeah.
And the cards allow me to do this because they've given me cards for the Char's Zaku 2 and
Hmm.
the classic Char, and also cards for Full Frontal.
Amazing.
So I might just deliberately not play Char in a game that I've already lost with him. But it'll be Full Frontal. Then if I lose that game, we'll switch back to Char. It'd be great.
Hmm.
I'm not sure it's a winning strategy, but it'd be thematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What gets
What did we get
me
up to?
with the
Oh,
Gundam
carry on.
TCG
Sorry.
at the moment, what gets me is that you can't, there's no actual Tall Geese card in this current set. Like in the actual packs, there's obviously Tall Geese in the
Really?
decks, but there's none of the other variants of Tall Geese can be found in any of the the packs or anything. Despite the fact there's like I think there's like some different variants of other ones you can get. And it's like okay,
It's a
but
miniature. You bought the Torgi set with the miniature, though.
yeah, so you can get them in the deck. You can get Tall Geese in the deck.
Hmm.
You can't pull it from packs. The only Tall Geese you can pull from the packs is the token, which also comes with the deck.
Yeah,
There is no
that's weird.
different Tall Geese card. In fact, in order to get more copies of Tall Geese, you'd have to buy another deck at the moment if you wanted 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I'm
I just
just
bought a
like,
booster pack
bro,
just to
we
see what
could
you get.
totally have Tall Geese 2 or Tall Geese 3. There are other Tall Geese. Give them to me. I'd even
Like we
settle
both
for a
put in,
card of super deformed Tall Geese.
like I've gone with meme decks,
Hmm.
sort of by pure accident. Like you've gone all goose. I'm role playing Shah through a card game,
Hmm.
even if it's a bad idea tactically. But it's funny we both came to a similar idea. Um, oh yes. What's the get up to? Ted had to wait for a package, so we spent a bit of time around her place.
Nice.
And oh my god, she has an amazing PC setup.
Proper gamer PC.
Amazing. Yes.
Nice.
Turns out it's massive in Romania because consoles just they cost an arm leg to get there.
Hmm.
So it's PC all the way. And there was quite a collection, a lot of RTS, um, Riven, some of the Myst games on there.
Oh,
Oh, do I did finally get to have a crack at briefly
uh-huh.
while we are waiting for stuff. Beer and Hunger.
Ah, nice.
And I had arguably the worst first run you could have had.
Hmm.
It was classic. I picked what I thought what I've seen is the easy character to play, and I got into the very first floor, ran into a guard, got unlucky, and died. It was that.
Oh
That's Fear and
no.
Hunger. I got the full
Uh,
experience. It was great. It was nice. It was a nice chill day. We just yeah,
nice.
it was nice being invited. So I might do that again at some point when she doesn't have to pick up a package and there's more time in the day.
Hmm.
Got back about 8.
Oof.
So what do you get up to this week?
So I've also been gamering. My I my controller adapter for PC arrived, so I plugged up the Mad Catz controller. I don't get the disdain for Mad Catz controllers. This one works completely fine. Admittedly, I was mostly only using it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 4, but still, you know, it's a lot easier playing a PSP game with a PS2 controller than it is trying to remember what buttons you bound on the keyboard.
That's true.
Because at least I know X is X and O is O on a controller. So that's something I did. It's nice that it works. I still need to test some PS1 games, and I really want to upgrade my GPU now, because if I do that, then I can emulate more PS2 games much better,
I
and
can
then I can
recommend some.
actually
I can recommend some interesting PS1 games. Something that's on the lower end of the power, so that's just kind of odd.
Okay. I will await your suggestions.
What's a good one? If you want a really stupid time, play Jurassic Park Warpath.
Ah.
It's ridiculous. It's a dinosaur fighting game. It's every bit as stupid as you think it is. It's kind of fun though. Or if you want something just historical, like just a bit of a time capsule game, there's always LSD Dream Emulator, which
Oh
is
my.
really easy to run.
Yeah. I see. I watched somebody do a massive playthrough of that where they played an entire year's worth of days in LSD Dream Emulator, and my brain just looks at it and just looks at like the visual diarrhea and just goes, no. I think it would creep me out too much. It's the same reason why I haven't played any like Backrooms / Liminal Spaces games, because I'm just like, even the ones that don't have monsters in, it just creeps me the fuck out. It's like, what's weird.
I thought you'd mentioned the fact that every step makes a noise.
Yeah,
And some of them are really
yeah.
annoying.
You go to the blinky toy train level, and all you hear is.
Yep, every step. That's okay. Oh yeah, it was an event today. Forgot about that. It must have overslept. Um, the I it was fine. Most of the kids liked it. It had one slightly bratty kid had to give him a non-verbal telling off. Don't like doing that, but they were damaging the suit, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's not breaking. It's not breaking on my behalf. But the same day, I did get to meet a couple of little black pugs that were adorable, and
Aw.
Pudge and Frodo, which I can't think of better
Oh,
names for
what
them, really.
lovely names.
Frodo was obsessed. It was great.
Oh,
It was like making he's making the little he was struggling to breathe just out of excitement. It was very funny.
poor little guy. It's like,
He's just almost killed himself. I was like, okay. It's very
okay.
sweet.
Oh.
Because although probably can still smell the pug breath. The downside to having to, getting attention from like flat-faced dogs, you can smell the breath on you, for like a while afterwards. And I haven't found an exact answer for what it smells like, but I keep saying it smells like the color brown.
Okay.
If you were to smell the color brown, it's probably what it would smell like. It's not great. I think Brett's Shih Tzus were the same as well. They were those were flat faced. But they also loved faces and being like within an inch of you at all times. So I think that's just a small dog trait. They just need to be on your face.
Yeah.
As often as they can be. Very cute though.
Yeah.
Oh,
another game I was playing, testing out, the music was completely fucked for some reason. Again, it might be a GPU thing or my sound card. Was fucking there's a PSP game called Dead or Alive Volleyball. I didn't download it because there's women in bikinis in it. Because years ago, my granddad gave me a copy of DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball 2, and I was never able to play it.
Nice.
Right? Never able to play it because at that point it was the Xbox 360 era and it wasn't backwards compatible, probably because the makers of Dead or Alive series really wanted to pretend like that game didn't exist. Yeah, and it didn't transfer to Xbox One era either, so I couldn't really play it. And so I started an emulator thing with this, and I thought, actually, this needs a controller. And I did try and play the volleyball game badly. And I took like I did have a good hour's crack at the actual game between the casino, the pool, jumping puzzle minigame, and whatnot. And I just thought,
Yeah.
what is the
Interesting.
what is the point of this game? Why is the game aspect of this game not good?
Uh, after all that time, it's not. You know what that reminds me? I think it was in Skegness.
Hmm.
You bought this game. I think it was a
Oh
PC game.
yes, a BMX
There's
XXX.
the-
I need to test that one as
yes,
well
yeah,
because that is just ridiculous. Again, another game by a developer that's probably like is now trying to pretend that game never happened. And the thing is, I haven't bought either of these games for like lewd reasons. I was just like, it's just morbid curiosity. Like, is there actually a good game here underneath all of this? Probably not, but let's find out anyway. Also, I want to play BMX XXX and try and character generate Borat in his mankini. Hello, my name is Borat. I am really good cyclist. I do Tour de France.
I don't think you could stream that one somehow.
No, definitely not. But I still wanted to play it because it's funny. So, onto our first section. Tabletop book club. Unceremonious foghorn.
Now I bought the trumpeters had had a hiccup because it's cool. Now I could have done the High Elf Codex, but in my research for this week's Homer of the Week, I found something. I think it's the same age, but I've never read it. The monster manual for Spelljammer, which I used as research. It was interesting because it's the Thaco era, and I don't get how did they see back then. It's a bit like one extra step too many. However, it's a nice time capsule read. The only problem is I read it all the way through, and I'm thinking this explains why I actually don't really like Spelljammer that much. And I think my thing is I kind of think that it's better when a tabletop game stays within its genre, and I'm not sure sci-fi is the domain of D&D.
I liked the concept of Spelljammer, but particularly 5th edition, the execution was just like.
The conversion got it wrong because there was everybody wanted ship combat,
Mm-hmm.
and they really half-assed the rules on that.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest sin of that one. But no, this is the 2nd edition TSR one. There's some interesting ideas. I mean, there's some interesting ideas in here. They've got literal monkey men, 2 flavors of monkey men. But I find like a lot of these designs are either non-Euclidean shapes, fractals, or spheres in space, or weird giant humanoids. There's quite a lot of giants actually, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird. You have like monsters here that look like they're ripped right from a fantasy novel, like wielding halberds and stuff. But then a monster will just be like a weird fractal, or a dolphin with 3 mouths. So there's some interesting ideas, but I'm not. I can see why it didn't.
Yes.
It didn't find a home in the same way. It's a little too weird. Oh Jesus Christ! Some of this artwork. Can I get? Oh no, I can't. If you want to look up the Colossus from Spelljammer, because his artwork is the widest thing I've ever seen in my life. Some of them are just like sentient fireballs.
What the fuck is this guy?
Look at the Colossus.
Yeah. Why does he look Eye of Argon levels of wide?
It's Grigna.
Well, it certainly does look like there's a shock of hair, I guess.
Oh, speaking of, there's a creature called an Argos in this. It's almost Argon. Um, what's it use? It's painted drawn with a halberd, but it's just like a load of mouths, and some of them are holding a halberd.
Like gibbering mouths, or
It's kind of, but that's not what this
why is this
is.
guy just a bucket with chicken eyes? Wait a minute. What? What the fuck is this thing? What is this? What the fuck is this? Why is he in it? You know what this guy looks like? Have you ever seen fucking Thousand Eyes Idol from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes. Oh, wait, hang on. I think I know what that's a reference to, bizarrely.
Right.
So there's a 70s sci-fi film called Dark Star that's actually quite good. So it's one of those weirdly pessimistic sci-fi films about a crew of like some ship. Like their entire role is to explore like the fringes of like the known universe and look for alien life. And the
Right.
film picks up where they're just on the job and they've found nothing for years. The crew's kind of bored. And the one time they do find alien life, it's like near the end of the film,
Hmm.
and all it is, it's like a beach ball with legs. That
What?
that sort of thing is like the joke ending. Like after all that effort, turns out aliens do exist and look utterly ridiculous.
Jeez. That's extremely
But
silly.
absolutely, but I will say, definitely a time capsule read, but it's not done much for my interest in Spelljammer. Okay. Now, what have you found this week?
So this is something by W.J. MacGuffin, Happy Bishop Games. This is the Backrooms tabletop role-playing game. I've been on a Backrooms thing lately because there's a Backrooms themed sort of Minecraft mod pack which is based in level 0 of the Backrooms. This is more than just level 0 because otherwise it'd be really boring. But
Yeah.
yes, it's because I wanted to look into other systems that rather than shoehorning 5th edition into everything, thinking, okay,
Yep.
this like fandom thing is big enough. Surely someone relatively competent has actually bothered to make an RPG on this, and turns out they have.
What's the dice size?
It's just the D6. You will
Okay,
need at
that's
least 10 of them,
nice and faithful.
but it's best if each player has their own. Playing online, the very first thing you need to do is sign up later with your BGM. Yep. 4 key themes: fear of being lost and forgotten, tribalism, post-apocalypse without an apocalypse, and liminal spaces. Yeah, so it's a decentralized. It's kind of using its sort of own canon, which is based on the Wikidot canon, but not exactly identical, just to make it as gamey as possible, rather than to make it as because there's certain levels in this that don't exist. Like I think level 12, which is the level where there's just nothing there, because it's like that's just boring from a
Well, you
roleplay
can't. That's just not
perspective.
fun to play through, is
Yeah.
it?
So, no one knows how to enter it or leave it, but there's fucking nothing
I
there.
think they can't do
Lovely.
anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But let's
Glad
see.
glad
Number
you
of
wrote that.
terms. So there are archetypes. That's cool. There are skills. There are consumables. Item versus object. Ah. So So an object is a specific weird thing named to the backrooms like almond water or fire salt. We'll use item to refer to normal stuff and object as weird things, just as like the lore does. That's interesting. That's an interesting distinction. Oh my days, your age matters in this game.
Does it affect your stats? That's usually how
Yes.
they handle that.
Yes. So if you
Okay.
are young, ages 17 to 25, you get 15
Mhm.
attribute points and 10 skill points. If you're middle-aged, 26 to 50, you get 14 attribute points but 12 skill points. And if you're old, 51 plus, you get 13 attribute points but 14 skill points. So there's a little bit of a trade-off. That I like because it actually gives you a mechanical reason to have your character be a different age rather than everyone being an anime twink.
Yeah, that can be a tendency.
Set attributes. So our attributes are physique, agility, wits, and empathy. So it's
That's a
four different
weird stat, but
skills.
okay.
Yeah, empathy is like charisma, basically. Empathy is like your charisma, basically.
Fair enough.
Set skills. So no skill be set lower than 0. So skills like proficiencies. Okay, so we've got close combat, force. So close combat and force are separate. Force means to push, drag, carry, or break, whereas close combat actually means actually fighting stuff. Stamina, which is a skill rather than a core attribute. Movement, which is also a skill and not a core attribute. Ranged combat, stealth, makes sense. Jury rig, so like crafting. Survival, vigilance. Okay. So perception, basically. Manipulation, like, yeah, I guess it's like where. So persuasion and performance, and the other one, intimidation, have all been like rolled into one skill here, which makes sense. Why are they 3 separate skills? I don't know in D&D. I kind of don't get it.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, medicine, which is an empathy skill. I don't get why it's not a wit skill, but okay. And therapy, there's literally a therapy skill for like being a therapist. That is funny, but I guess that does
Wits
help.
are optional.
Yeah. Um, Starting talents. There are talents as well, which I guess are like your traits or abilities. Treasured memories. Okay. You must create 6 treasured memories that could be lost during the game. Think of these as emotional anchors that keep people stable. Example, a memory of your wedding or great vacation with friends can keep you going when times are tough. If you keep losing important memories, you start to forget who you are, and you worry that others have forgotten you too. Players start by picking any 6 memory questions from the list to page 28. Write these down. The fact that your memories are important is actually insane and actually kind of cool. So you actually have to build depth into your characters as a mechanic. That's cool.
I can see it because I can imagine it's going to get messed with
Yeah, because
some levels. That's kind of the theme.
there's a panic breaking points and condition system. So yeah, there's a whole like mental, I guess, strain aspect to this, which is cool. And so we have explorer, leader, medic, and merchant and negotiator, newbie, pioneer, runner, scrounger, soldier, therapist. Yeah, those are the classes basically, which is cool. I think they're kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, they basically give you some sort of potential motivations. They give you a favorite attribute. They give you favorite skills. They give you archetype talents to choose from, extra ones, and what your starting gear will look like, which is cool. So, for example, I think the soldier is the only one that gets a firearm, which makes sense. Pistol or rifle.
It's always been a real sticking point with me and a lot of SCP style stuff is why don't they just arm them?
Yeah.
They want more information.
Yeah,
I
because
can
I
get
guess
that
like for the
some
back,
stuff's bulletproof,
yeah,
sure, but
because like the back
just
rooms, most of these people are
think a
people who
little.
just fell in there with SCP. Like you guys are usually agents. Why the fuck have you not been given weapons?
Do they not want the information to get back or something? You know,
Yeah, I get this in the
it's
SCP
fun.
universe. There's this whole thing about not damaging the entities or the SCPs because you don't know what will actually happen if you damage them. And they have a thing about not destroying them. But that doesn't stop the fact that there are random idiots. You might be
They're not
going to just
trained.
locations that are just straight up dangerous for mundane reasons. Cough, cough, the middle of the Amazon jungle where there are fucking lions and shit. There are other groups of interest like the Chaos Insurgency that aren't anomalous but care about the anomaly stuff as well. And you could absolutely kill them because they're probably going to be killing you if you don't kill them, etc. It's like, bruh. But here, like, I guess these people are just people who fell into the back rooms, with maybe the exception of a soldier who might have intentionally gone in to try and rescue someone. Or, you know, was told by their boss, like, oi, go and investigate this weird shit. But yeah, so only the soldier gets a gun, which makes sense.
Yep. They're trained for that. That's fine.
Um,
Do they have like the idiot class that they usually send into these kind of things?
yeah, there's the newbie class, but so they don't get great starting gear, but they do get to pick one favorite attribute of their choice and 3 favorite skills of their choice. So they are kind of like the more versatile class, basically kind of jack of all trades, master of none type of thing. Or at least, yeah, more variable than the others. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. There is a lot here, so I won't go through everything. But there's a bunch of talents, some of which are class-based. There's a whole section on stress and how you can gain or lose stress. Combat and conditions, this is more blur. Oh, there's even some like just action reports and bits of fluff and lore in here as well, which is quite cool. Explosions, fire, mental injury table. Hello, I found the injury tables. Yippee! Are you still there?
Well, injury, but
Oh yeah, there you are. Yeah, physical
so
injury
everything
table.
from like mild headache to big head explosion.
We've
Something.
got winded, stunned, concussed, broken toes, impaled thigh, broken arm, crushed foot, severed arm artery, you know, disemboweled, that kind of thing. I like how some of these you're just dead. Also, I love how this is on a D66. Specifically a D66. How do you... Oh, I see. So, basically with this, the minimum is 11. So, in theory, what you do is you roll 11 D6.
Okay.
And because it starts at 11. So that's how you do a D66. That's like, where the fuck am I going to find a D66? No, you just roll 11 D6. Mental injury can be anything from just being anxious to whitened hair. Okay. Interesting. Feeling mortal. Feeling abandoned. Detached. Paranoia. Dream state. Referred to a child. Oh, hypersensitive. Catatonic. If you roll a 66, you just have a heart attack and die. That is funny. I like how on a 65 you could just go straight up insane. Bruh. Darkness. Do something. Ah, that's interesting. They actually do. So, when moving around in darkness, you must make a successful movement roll to avoid tripping or walking into something.
It's not unreal. That's fairly realistic.
Yeah. There is encumbrance rules in this as standard, which for a survival game makes sense. Seems like it's handled quite well. Living in the back rooms. God's punishment. There's a whole section. For beings, then maybe show. Since these people can eventually escape, once they've done the penance goes well, let's say. Oh, right. Okay, there's just like a basic thing about potential religion stuff. Basic necessities makes sense. There's rules on this. That's fair. Shelter rules, or just some blurb on shelter that you might want it. Hygiene, medicine, light, socialization, Wi-Fi. Believe it or not, some levels have a Wi-Fi network. Interesting.
Sweet.
Love how there's a section on Wi-Fi. That's actually funny. Game Master. There's a whole section on Game Master tips. Hey, that's cool. Imagine having that in your tabletop game. Wizards. Give players space to impact the game. Remember to assign difficulties. Get rid of any win mentality. Yep. Emphasize being alone. Take their treasured memories. Yep. Should do it when the rules call for it. Helps reinforce the game's feeling of being lost, forgotten. Remember the other senses, not just sight. Play through more than just combats. Makes sense. Kill a PC if the rules call for it. Should never be done lightly. This might get players' skin. That said, life in the backrooms is hard. If the rules say one should die, then ask the player to create a new character to play. Makes sense. Hints are often better than outright answers. And finally, remember, games are entertainment. Go light on the gore. Slowly take away the resources. Teasers are better than clarity. Add some lightness and fun. Consent tools. Why is there the symbol for Magic the Gathering's colorless mana in this section? Okay. Right. Oh, I guess because with this, like, because you're going a lot of mental stuff, I kind of get it more than say in D&D, where the Backrooms has some fucked themes. The Backrooms has some fucked themes like transformation and shit. So I get that. There's a section on groups. There's a lot. How many pages is there? Is more than 100 pages of this, but it goes into the levels. It goes into the entities. Yes, this is the meaty stuff. Infinite apartments. Where's the lads? Where's the lads at? Where's the lads? I want to see where the lads are at. Entities. Yippee! Tiny. Beast of level 5. Bursters. Camo crawlers. Oh, they're like drawing creatures. That's weird. Clumps, which are just like series of limbs. Limmy boys, death rats, death moths. Okay, how do these work? So they got habitats. So the stat block goes habitats, attributes, talents, combat, and conditions. Neat. Yeah, I will send this over to you. Actually, I should send this over to you so you can also have a look at whatever the fuck this is. Local disk. What's it called? I'm sending it over because we can actually. Oh, it exceeds the file limit. Hang on, I'll just send you the link then, so you can download it. Shit.
I might have a look at that. I'm passing interest in backroom stuff.
Plus, I want to look into things that are not D&D every so often, you know.
No, that's fair. I try and do that when I can.
Mangled. I love these entity pictures as well because they're all hand drawn, and they are.
Oh, that's nice.
They are actually. There's a really nice art style. It's very simplistic, but it's like good looking, like the good looking child's drawings, that kind of thing. It's like looks like a child's drawing, but slightly more sophisticated. That's the kind of style they've gone with. It's like yes.
Cool. Well, that sounds cool. So what you got next?
Ah, yes. So critical fumble.
Critical fumble. Wizards of the Coast's been awfully quiet for once. So that's quite good.
Yeah.
I suppose in UK news, Angela Rayner has resigned.
I heard. I was like, that's interesting.
Basically, one of the higher power politicians in the UK had resigned after being caught in money fraud. Still, yeah.
Doesn't really feel like Labour anymore. If they're committing just straight
quid she defrauded, it was taxpayer money. So if she's not living in like some very remote part of the country, she's getting a house egged. I'm gonna call
At
it.
minimum, yeah, at fucking minimum. Yeesh. Not that I'm inciting violence on anyone, but like, it wouldn't surprise me, you know? Like,
If she
people,
defrauded 40,000 quid from the public,
yeah.
she's gonna get something for this.
It's like, just,
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, do you know what? Actually, there is something more. Uh, so there was a sci-fi convention
Mhm.
recently where I don't know if you might have heard of this, where an artist who was selling AI art was removed from the venue for selling AI art, or at least accused of it. So
Oh.
I was going to get the con up. Um, Removed from con. So yeah. Take AI arts from convention. AI wars. There we are. Dragon Con. There we are. Just not long ago. Let's have a look. Oh, Reddit does not like this as well. Um, Not only do they remove them, they put a sign saying vendor removed for selling AI
Oh, I
art,
think I saw
apparently.
this because and then a whole bunch of people put up like sticky notes on the thing as well, also mocking the guy, also mocking.
Yes. Rip Bozo
Rip Bozo.
is one of them. Thing is, I'm actually sort of coming to two minds about stuff like this now.
Hmm.
Because if it is AI art and the con has a hard rule on no selling AI art, I actually completely stand by it.
Yeah.
But what I keep thinking is the more this happens, someone's going to get clipped with the allegation of it being AI art, and it's not.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that.
Oh, is that one of yours as well?
So, this is actually a Wizards of the Coast related critical fumble that isn't Wizards of the Coast's fault.
Oh, but that's nice for them.
So, I will show you an image.
Right.
Okay. This is Spider-Man UK. Why is there a UK Spider-Man? Don't ask. It's probably some weird Marvel fucking separate universe bullshit. Anyway, this is Spider UK. This image was
Right.
accused of being AI art because it does, at first glance, it does look a bit odd with a flag and everything. But the artist was
Yeah.
very pissed off about being called AI art and posted near enough the entire design process of the image as like, it's not though. It's not. It drew
I
the
can't see
whole
anything
thing.
obviously AI art about this one.
Yeah, so people noted that
Look
some
at
of the
the telltale
windows don't
signs.
look symmetrical, as in like they don't look like they match each other, and the flag looks a bit off because it looks like the flag starts later than it should do.
Yeah, but
No.
that could just be a strange perspective
Yeah, I think it is just strange
that
perspective,
he's
but
drawn it
some
from.
people were AI, some people were AI investigating it, and the artist was quite upset.
Yeah, yeah, that's I don't blame them for being upset about that.
I think like we need to, instead of being accusatory, we should ask if it's AI art, and then if they
Yeah,
say yes or it's provably AI art, then you can start getting pissy with them.
yeah, you don't know falsely accuse people because then that's good. Yeah, it's just ruining people's careers. Then potentially, that's no good.
Yeah.
That and I'm not flat out against the selling of AI art, provided they have to. If they legally had to say, yeah, this was made with AI, it'd be like, okay, at least
Yeah.
you have to say it's AI art first. They can't like try
Hmm.
and pull a fast one. So if you know it's AI art, you still want to buy it. It's your money. You're an adult.
Yes. It's also slightly funny. I think we've seen most of the Spider-Man set so far, And apparently there is a Spider USA who isn't in this set. So they made Spider UK, but not Spider USA as well, which is also kind of funny.
Isn't Spidey say just most of them?
So Spider USA
Hmm.
has stars and stripes on his costume. It's like a specific version of Spider-Man. Again, the Spider-Verse, man, it makes no sense.
So Peter Parker, Miles Morales, they're not American, I
They're not
guess.
American enough. Unless you're literally wearing the American flag, you're not American enough, apparently.
Ah, okay.
Which, you know,
I see how
that
the rules work.
tracks. That kind of tracks.
I see how the rules work.
Eh.
Um,
But yes, that's. See, I think I still found a way to get Wizard of the Coast in Critical Fumble somehow. Even if it's something as petty as here's one national version of Spider Man, but not another. Heck, they did Spider Man India and not Spider Man USA.
yeah, because the default Spider-Men are
I
American.
guess,
It's
I
kind of
guess. Yeah. American Patriot Spider Man isn't weird enough. Because, like, most of the Spider-Men are American, and you could argue are kind of patriotic because they are protecting New York from supervillains.
yeah, well, they're American by way of New York
Yeah.
more than anything else. That's kind of the thing.
In before they make a new side series called Spider-Man West Virginia.
Then they'll have a rivalry with the East Virginia Spider-Man. They even have East Virginia,
I don't
South
know.
Virginia. Yeah, South Virginia. East, they probably got that already wrong. They don't think they have East Virginia, but it's going to put it on the map anyway.
Hmm.
What's that image? Do you want to, do you want to find like this? There's one image I'm trying to find from the one of the old Mutant Chronicles books,
Mm-hmm.
which is the most American tabletop thing ever. It's basically like similar like the basic Marine units, and I think one of them has a grenade launcher with the stars and stripes painted on the barrel of it. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of ridiculous. No, I love it. It's so very silly.
Oh, one character you will like that got revealed in the Spider-Man set is Spiders Man.
Mhm.
Spiders Man got a card.
Has he met multiple spiders
Yes,
taking form of a man?
he's a swarm of spiders that takes the form of a man that wears a Spider-Man costume.
Did this guy get a comic, or is he
Um,
just? I don't recall any fanfare for Spiders Man.
the he was in Spider-Man: The Birth of Venom apparently. Okay, here we go.
I'm sure the
Spiders
cameo
Man
counts.
Earth 11580. Okay. What comics was he in? Let me tell me what comics he was in. Create and appearances. Okay, he was in Spider-Geddon 3, and that's all he was. He was in one comic, and that was Spider-Geddon 3. Sorry, Spider-Geddon
I didn't know
Volume
this Spider-Man
13.
one.
He is one
So
very specific random Spider-Man. That I love. That
that's a
is
look at.
so silly. But he is so well known in the Spider-Man community just for being the funny joke Spider-Man. Ah, yes, but what about Spiders Man? You know, or Man Spider? Okay, where is the card? Where is it?
Wait.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, wait,
Spiders
hang on.
Man.
No. I do vaguely know of this one. There's a
Yeah.
weird comic run where there's a different swarm of spiders possessing somebody else as like some sort of rivalry with Spiders Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit
It's just
weird.
it's just it's just two swarms of spiders having beef.
Yeah. It's just beef, spider beef. That's gonna be the next. Wait, is that actually? Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to look this up now, aren't I? Spy.
It's
No.
called the thousand. What's it called? Probably the thousand spiders, isn't it? Makes a lot of sense to me.
I haven't. So there isn't. There's not an official one, but I will show you this image. It's so fucking stupid. And this is going to be canon at some point, surely. Or probably is canon in some sort of random universe. Spider.
And I would like. Oh God, why
Oh.
spiders, man?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a bit weird.
it's okay.
This is maybe
Of
one of
course,
those
spiders are green.
rare, not critical fumble moments for Wizards where they introduce a funny card.
No, they kind of like that. I've seen they've also got the meme of the two Spider-Men pointing at each other
Yes, they
in a
did the
concrete
pointing
card form.
meme. It's nice that they didn't
I
just
hope they do
lift
that.
the original art either. They actually kind of
Oh
redrew
no,
it, which
they
is nice.
glamorize it a little bit.
Which is nice. What I really want though is I really want a card that's just like, I don't know, something to do with the Sinister Six, and it's just the me and the boys meme.
Or they do like a. Have you seen like the really derpy '60s designs? Just made them look more modern, but
Yeah.
they got the same expression. Slightly, that's slightly uncut, like '60s Rhino with the same expression, but with a glossy art style.
um, they did do some classic frame stuff, which is nice, but I really want. I don't think they've done enough weird stuff in the classic frame.
I would love them to do like a recreation of the '90s series when they first introduced the Venom suit and
Hmm.
Peter went off the deep end, chasing Shocker around. That would be a really fun like card just to own.
Yes. It is kind of cool though that the Shocker from this set is the classic Shocker, not the modern. Well, I guess the semi-modern Shocker, but not the ultra-modern Shocker. You know the one where they tried to revamp Shocker to make him this sort of blue electric man. He just looked a bit weird.
Oh, that was not a good move. Yes, but I do
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah. They went with like that the quintessential Shocker. I think is this the '90s Shocker? Might be the
The one with
'90s.
the weird padded yellow suit. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's classic shot. That's the one people generally know.
Yeah, because I mean, a classic Shocker had that weird, like, lightning bolt themed weird mask that goes off in all directions.
Wait, hang on. I'm remembering like early Spider-Man. There's a guy called Hammerhead who just had a
Oh,
weird head
yeah.
deformity. That
Yeah, he
was his
just had a
entire
really
thing.
strong forehead.
Bronze Age and Silver Age had some weird villains. I'll have to do a review of it. I got a book called a book of like regrettable supervillains and
Hmm.
regrettable superheroes. And they're just like characters that never really had the same sort of like reputation as like the the characters that are now like really popular. Some of them are
Yes.
just like, who made this? Why did you do this?
Yeah, it's like, okay. Although, to be fair, in the PS4 game, like, Hammerhead was actually kind of interesting. They actually made him into a
Oh,
more of a three-dimensional character. Because he actually gets a boss fight. He actually gets a boss fight in that game, if you could believe it.
that's fun.
His face
I
also
can
looks
believe it.
different. So his head looks relatively normal. You know, like the original is like very square. So his face in the
Yes.
in the PS4 game, it looks more like this. So it still looks a little bit weird, like he's got a skin condition. But at least it looks his skull shape looks human, basically.
Yeah, it just got like a minor birth defect.
Yeah, he's just got a bit of a forehead. It's fine.
Right, so what you got next? If we
Okay,
could talk
I
about
guess
stupid
we,
Spider-Man
we
stuff all
move
day.
on swiftly, get in the battle bus or the ship or whatever, and we will do our Humber of the Week.
Number of the week. Yes. Uh, the theme was Spelljammer, and I
Yes.
spent a while looking at the actual TSR monster manual, and I found something that A looks like a monster, and B, had a tangible body that didn't look something ripped straight from a fantasy thing.
Nice.
So it's called the Puffer. Um, so this one's weird. Its normal form is a giant 40-foot ball.
Right.
Uh, it literally floats around in the void of space until it finds some sort of asteroid or ship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then it takes its other form, which is a weird hybrid of like crocodile and scorpion
Okay.
with four eyes, but of course, nice and weird. And then it will presumably tries to eat the crew, and then goes back to floating through the void again in ball form. It can hold its breath for a stupid amount of time, so it sort of floats in the void until something picks it up. Then it attacks them. Um, One thing I did pick up on that I had to include in the actual. I couldn't take out the so I modernized it for fifth edition, but I uh, kept one really important thing that is not I wouldn't normally do because it's very mean. So it's I had to put it at least CR10 because the original rules were not nice to this.
Oh.
But the main thing is it's changed shape, so it can turn itself into a ball. It can expand itself 10 feet every turn once it starts doing this, but it
Right.
can't attack once it starts doing that. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's a ball. What's it going to do? Um, the thing it has a tail attack with its stinger. This bit I did kept from the original. Um, it has reach, but also, as per the original text, it is a save against poison or die. So I weirdly kept that.
Ooh.
The trade-off being it's only 1d6 base damage.
Yeah.
Think, oh, that's not that bad for CR10. But if you fail the DC 15, you are just dead. That's it. Bye. So I kind of had to include that to keep in spirit of it. Apart from that, just a really weird monster. So the way I interpreted its breathing, I said it could hold its breath for up to 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's in ball mode, it's sort of I think it's described as literally sort of half farting about a little tiny bit to propel itself. So it has a 10-foot movement speed.
Yeah.
It sort of puffs its way around the galaxy. A lot of the stuff on the modern I found were quite just like pests, and this one, had like a physical body that was actually not like some weird fractal,
Mm.
and looks kind of interesting, and also has the whole retro factor of instant save or instant death. So like the puffer, I quite like it. I'll drop an image of him in the chat. So what have you found for or made up for Starfinder Spelljammer this week?
So I did the impossible. I made a ship.
Ooh. So it is possible, but
Yeah,
circumstances
it's
such.
just not good because the ship system is default terrible, and I didn't want to go
Did
through
you,
the
is that using
rigmarole of
the
making my own whole system for ship combat just yet.
right?
But I'm sure that since it's based on the same system as the canon stuff, that somebody could. If you're
Right.
going to convert the other stuff, you can convert this in the same way, basically.
Fair enough.
So
So
this is for Spelljammer, yes.
yeah. So as I say, is this for the ship itself or the ship combat?
This is a ship, yeah. This is an actual ship,
Okay,
actual
cool.
proper designed within the system. So I have given it a special thing, so I've given it a classification which the canon rules don't do for anything for some reason. Just it's more of a naming thing, really more than anything to give you some context. It is the Rhombus, which is a cruiser class Spelljammer.
Cool.
AC 18 because it's made of metal. Movement speed 30 feet. Naturally, if you're going to do this properly, you're going to change the ratios of the movement speed up to a much bigger scale because you're in space. Why the fuck are you moving only 30 feet?
It's a slow ship.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
this is slow. I think that was another big complaint of the ship combat is while, yes, technically, even if you up the scale, they'd only be moving at the same rate on a board. 30 feet just doesn't feel fast. It's not like you're hurtling past each other. Because apparently, according to the system, 30 feet is equivalent to 4 miles per hour.
that's really slow.
It's like, bruh,
Jesus.
when are we gonna get to the next planet in like 3 fucking million years? We're traveling
That's why
through
space travel
for
takes so
fuck's
long.
sake. Yeah.
Everyone's going 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's like we should be going at several thousand miles an hour at minimum. Surely. Anyway. 350 HP, which is quite standard for a ship. Cargo capacity 300 tons, which is quite hefty for a ship of its size, but that's because it's made of metal, so it can handle a lot more. It can undergo a lot more strain. Threshold 30, which is damage threshold, which is the amount of damage that it can take without taking damage, I think? Or the amount of damage it can take without taking any, like, HP damage. I guess it's like temporary hit points.
Like armor or something.
Yeah, something like that. But it is in the kind of thing. And 30 isn't... It's on the upper end for ships of this class, but it's not crazy. And crew 20, which is high for crew, but... Yeah, crew capacity 20, but this is a cruiser class, not a fighter, so... Anyway, it has 6 mono cannons, 1 action to aim and load, 1 to fire. Weirdly enough, weapons in this have hit points as well. So they have 17, they have 75 hit points, AC 15 per cannon, ranged weapon attack plus 4 to hit, range 100 to 250, 1 target, 1d12 bludgeoning damage. That's per cannon, mind, so you're firing 6 cannons at someone. And it also has something that is rare among spelljammers for some reason. It has a melee attack.
Is it the ram?
No, it's got a saw. It has a saw blade arm.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
It's called the Gear Rip Saw. It has AC 16, HP 40, so it has less HP than your average weapon, but that's because it's a melee weapon. 1 action, melee weapon attack, plus 6 to hit, reach 15 feet, 1 target, hit, 66 slashing or piercing damage, and it has a keyword skill, Armor Ablating. For each 30 damage this weapon deals, reduce the armor class of the target by 1. So it actually reduces AC because it's tearing through armor because it's fucking
that makes
sword.
sense.
Its features are autonomous, so it can operate without a crew, but weapon loading takes 1 additional action, and current course cannot be corrected except for dodging attacks. So unless you're actively being attacked, and your ship is moving via its artificial intelligence, whatever, it cannot change course. It's on autopilot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and it has inorganic regen, recovers 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that means that it can basically regenerate out of combat, which means if it gets away and you chase it down for several hours, it'll be back up to full health.
Yeah, it's passively useful for the crew, I guess.
Yeah, but this is a Modron ship, because apparently there isn't a fucking Modron ship in Spelljammer. I have no idea why.
No Warforged either? I mean, that ought to be an obvious.
The 2 robot races do not have a fucking Spelljammer ship.
Although, so you could, well, I suppose I'd argue that metal Warforged would be like the ideal stand-in for that.
Yeah.
Because really, they're golems for all intents and purposes, but the metal ones are more robot-looking, robot adjacent.
It also just strikes me that...
D&D's always had a funny history with that.
There is a fucking Zorn ship for some reason, and not Modrons. You know, the guys who would actually want to go into space to bring order to the galaxy don't get a ship.
Yeah, Yeah, that's kind of weird. Well, maybe they're too busy in Celestia or something.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what they're doing all day. I
Mechanus,
don't know
Mechanus.
Modron all that well.
Mechanus.
Mechanist, sorry.
Anyway, the other inspiration for this was I wanted, because there's a whole bunch of stupid shapes. These are cubes, so they are loosely inspired by Borg cubes. Because again,
Ooh.
Spelljammer doing Spelljammer things and having references to other things didn't reference Star Trek once. So I'm like, how do I make
That'd be the
Borg
obvious.
cubes without making Borg cubes?
I mean, what are Vulcans but not quite space elves, right?
Yeah.
The
So
obvious one.
these unstreamlined cubes make up for their lack of maneuverability with tough armor and extra ordnance. This is like the main Modron fleet unit. I might make a fighter class thing for them at some point, maybe based on the quad drones because they're the guys with wings. All the
I could
monodrons
see
actually,
it.
because they also have wings, allowing all yes they can pivot, so they can't turn, like turn properly, but they can pivot. So they can't like course turn, but they can pivot even when still because it's a cube. Kind of like how Borg cubes can, just like turn, shoot. So that it allows them to use their cannons more effectively. The ship itself is technically a type of living Modron. They're not particularly intelligent, but they're intelligent enough to sort of go from place to place, etc., and work autonomously. Again, I love the idea of a living ship. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
Suppose the quadrons could be. Imagine if you had the flight, it'd be good for repairs.
Some vessels are still flying to their eventual destinations, even after their captains of crew have long since died. So the ship might have been raided and all the stuff taken from it, but they might not have been
It's got a
interested in
job
the
to
ship
do.
itself, so they just left the ship, and the ship is still going to its destination because it's not able to realize that the crew is dead.
That's a modern thing to do. Just go in one direction, regardless of what's in the way.
Yeah. One other thing it can do, the mono cannons, their caliber is specifically designed so that instead of using a regular cannonball, you could shoot a mono drone. How to board another ship? Fire them at it.
That's what confused me about Spelljammer is, does space work like space as we kind of get it?
I maybe. You mean like the lack of air situation and vacuums and stuff?
Because I figured I was quite surprised to see so many crossbows in the TSR book as weapons. It's like, what's the point of a crossbow in space that requires,
Yeah. Well, I guess because it's
yeah,
not. So,
gravity.
Spelljammer isn't sci fi, it's science fantasy. I guess. So, we have ships.
You need weapons with no drop off.
Yeah, it's like Magic. Actually, Magic did this way better than Spelljammer did with the Weatherlight. Because the Weatherlight is basically a Spelljammer ship, except it's more of a planar big boat thing that has a big fucking gun in it. Like, Death Star laser kind of thing. There was a whole big plot point. It kind of went Final Fantasy with it, which actually makes sense. That's probably the best way to describe it. Spelljammer is Final Fantasy Magitech.
But yes, it's like Final Fantasy IV that has an airship that just casually goes to the moon.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. It's a very sci-fantasy like that is very, very hard to pull off. When it does, you're right. It's amazing.
It's a very 80s anime inspired thing.
Yeah. When it doesn't work, you get Spelljammer 5e.
Yeah. I wonder if they just felt pressured into doing it and they just thought, well, fine, we'll put something out.
I think so, yeah, because people were like, oh man, I really miss Spelljammer. Spelljammer was so good, which is true. But it's like Half-Life 3. It's the Half-Life 3 problem. It's like, it is impossible to deliver upon that level of hype, even if you had a competent team.
I think they should make it a dating sim. Just really throw us for a loop.
Yeah.
Like if they can't meet their expectation, just confuse everyone.
Honestly, yeah. So that was the rhombus. I might try. I really want to do a maybe in a future episode. We should. You know what we should do? We should add onto the wheel follow up as like a category that is just kind of evergreen. So we like do a follow up thing to a previous thing to build up on it.
Do we get to pick what the follow up is as well?
Yes.
I like that idea actually because you could go back to stuff. All right.
But yeah, if I ever like follow up on this, I want to do a fighter class monodrone ship and a capital class modron ship, and kind of go more into the lore of why there's modrons in space.
Love to breathe, do they?
No, that's true. Also, I'm headcanning them the more like robotic looking modrons and not weird fleshy face ones. Because sorry, wizards, I feel I'm gonna be a little bit boastful here. My designs of modrons are better than yours, and I'm not even that good at art.
Well, if you want to go full Borg, it should be it could be a little make it little fleshy.
I guess, yeah.
I always find the faces a bit weird to look at personally.
Yeah, they just
weird
look
squares with
they look goofy.
Teeth.
That's the problem. They look goofy.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's why I never really liked them as a thing. They're just like I'm not sure these fit D&D
I feel
very
like
well.
they were trying to go down a homunculus kind of route with them, and it just didn't work.
Yeah,
to be fair,
that might work if they didn't already.
Yeah, to be fair, at least they look better than they looked in first edition, I guess.
Yeah, I can't think of many monsters where you can't say that though.
Yeah. I think what they should have done is incorporate more mechanical looks into the fleshy bits, maybe giving them sort of more bionic eyes and more sort of neutral or even like sneering kind of dispositions. Because if they're like, creatures of absolute order, you'd think they should look down upon disorderly beings.
That would be quite a funny look quite a good look for them. Like Victorian policemen, they should have a nice big scowl.
Yeah.
Like walk around with like big truncheons and clubs.
Yeah.
Blindly following orders. That could be a way of like making them a little bit funny, but also potentially violent. Like for the warrior class or cast or whatever we're calling it.
What's all this? And they've got to sound like British bobbies as well. What's all this then? Dunk.
Yeah. But imagine the Modrons are so obsessed with lore, it's like the lore does not have to make sense to be followed.
Yeah.
All that matters is that it is followed.
You wore brown trousers on a Thursday. That is a capital offence.
They're like commands are walk over and bonk the offender. It doesn't matter what the offence is. Just bonk.
Yeah. You're going behind bars, mate. You're going to go down to the clink.
Oh, the clank, I think.
Yeah, down to the clank. Right. Time to peel this guy off to the cup shop. Come on. It's just dragging them by the ear. The only time they get confused is when they find a race that doesn't have an ear. It's like, what am I supposed to do? It says, my coding specifically states drag by ear. Has no ears.
Yeah. I'd have thought that they'd actually be trying to drag the ear of something taller than them.
Yeah. But yes, I want to expand upon Modrons and Spelljammer because their absence is weird.
Yeah, they actually fit Spelljammer, and like every other setting I've seen them show up in.
Yeah.
Also, what they didn't see in the monster manual, Mind Flayers.
I thought that's
a weird one for me.
Spelljammer.
Yeah, not the TSR book I was looking through, which is a bit
weird.
And weirdly, then I read the Scroll, which was They're pacifist orcs.
Yeah. Because it's
It's
weird on the
adapted that
Mind
sound
Flayer
of the
front because
real thing.
you literally see Nautilus ships in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
So wizards
Yeah.
are actively aware of the existence of the Nautilus class ships and decided, nah, I'm good, thanks. It's like, okay, weren't those guys like kind of the quote unquote main villains of the original Spelljammer stuff as well? Or like one of
Well,
the
they're the
main
main villains
villains?
of everything they show up in.
Yeah, well, yeah, but still, it's like
They tend to be.
could have. Why not put? You know, Like maybe I should just stop asking questions that I'm never gonna get the answers to.
Yeah, that's out of the way. Do you have any other segments,
We
or is
do
it
have the wheel to spin.
wheel time? Yes, I've added a few more because we're down to 3. We should probably do a
A
another
bit of a
brainstorming session
rehash.
for
Yes, we
more.
should add on.
Yes. So currently on the wheel, we have desert culture, aquatic bird. I thought I like that one. Impractical object, primitive slash tribal, and domestic animal.
Okay.
So let's have a look. I'd love tribal because we're going from like Spelljammer to like Tarzan Land. Okay. The domestic animal for the theme for the next one.
Interesting.
I suppose to be this instead of being broad, it doesn't have to be the animal itself. It could be something to do with domestic animals as a general theme.
Yeah, yeah.
So weirdly, if you had some sort of gear for animal husbandry or something, why not? That also totally fits in. Cool.
Okay. So closing
Yeah.
thoughts, I suppose.
Yeah, closing thoughts. I intend to do some more streaming of stuff.
Nice.
Might be on the cards. I've been meaning to do if you can get it optimized. Or there's a game called the Norwood Suite that I want to stream.
Nice.
Because I don't know. It went on my updates. I streamed the prequel to it off peak like a week ago, and I wanted to do the follow up. I just know that Norwood Suite is one of those games that's really weird to optimize. It's not great. But if not, then I'll probably do something LSD Dream Emulator. The other thing as well. Yeah, any more co-op streams you want to do? I'm more than keen to do some more.
Maybe this coming Saturday again, because Saturdays tend to be my best day because that's when I'm not on my course.
Fair enough.
Also,
I can check.
Yeah, I think
check the time on Saturday.
I think you were asking if this exists like a while ago, and I can tell you that yes, it does.
Yes. Oh, they got me pictures of Spider-Man.
Pictures of Spider-Man. I kind of want to run this in any deck that has green, just because it's funny. Is it good? It's fine. It's funny. Oh.
That's cool.
But yes, we will be doing future streams. I will be potentially looking at doing an SRB2 kart stream at some point, and possibly some art stuff in the future.
I need to download that and get some practice down.
Yes. You should go find the Infomaniac mod and use him as your character.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun. Or Morshu. Does the proper like YouTube?
Yeah, I think there's a Morshu one. I also need to check if there's any new mods for that. And yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks for listening, and
we are
same time next week.
Yes, same Byzantian time, same Byzantian channel. Except it's not Byzantian channel, but check out Byzantian Dev anyway, because that's where he will be doing his funny streams.
Yes, my Abandonware streams continue. Yes.
So I guess we can raid Tycho real quick. He's playing Need for Speed Heat. I was watching him earlier. He's got the Golf with the 1.9 TDI in it. We all like a good 1.9 TDI. The raid message is below. We'll see you guys soon. Sorry for the quick raid and...
See you around. Bye.
Yeah. Bye! Sorry for giving you no outro this week. I kind of just can't be bothered. There you go. Nah, it's fine. We'll do the outro, yeah. We'll just... We're professional here. We're professional. Can't be bothered. There you go. Nah, it's fine. We'll do the outro, yeah. See you guys next time. And remember, stay goosed.
Stay goosed.